is Trevor Lawrence, the Jags quarterback, former #1 overall pick, joining us on behalf of Gatorade. Jags lost to the Eagles in Week 4 and to the Chiefs in Week 10, and, of course, in the AFC division. I don't know why I'm bringing that up. Let's go back to Clemson and start talking about some of those highlights. Say hello to Trevor Lawrence, who joins us here.
All right. How we doing? Okay. What's up, y'all? What's up, you guys? Right. How we doing? Dad?
Hi, Trev. Good to see you.
Great to see you. Yes, sir.
Thank you for having me. We just had Justin Herbert on, and we thought we would have a hair off here. So, where do you rank him hair-wise as far as competition?
He's up there. He's up there. I think definitely. I don't know. I haven't thought about the hair list, but he'd be up there.
Okay. How often does your hair come up in conversation?
A lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably once, whether it's on a show or an interview. Probably once every time I talk to somebody.
But if you decide to cut it, do you have to run it by your wife if you just said, you know what?
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I had a buzz cut in 8th grade, and she was not a fan of that. So it's been.
I saw that picture.
There's pictures that you guys could find, I'm sure. Not great. So I'm gonna keep it as long as I can.
But do you want to do like Matthews with his hair? Like, is there a certain length?
No, this is about it. Like I'll let it get here, and I'll trim it every couple months.
No ponytail.
No.
Because you don't want somebody to grab your hair while you're running.
I hope not. It hasn't happened yet. So it kind of tucks into my shoulder pads a little bit. So it kind of stays out of the way.
It's illegal now to grab hair, isn't it, Paulie?
Actually, I don't think so. I think they say if your hair goes out the back of your helmet and someone wants to grab it, that is not like the horse collar. It's on you.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
It's part of the.
Does that affect your decision?
Uniform or whatever. Yeah, no.
Can you walk around Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Do you wear disguises?
No, not around Jacksonville. I mean, of course, there's people that'll stop you and want to say hey and talk to you, which is part of it. But I think honestly, Jacksonville's been pretty good about. It's not like a huge city as far as like downtown and really populated. Like it's kind of spread out over at the beaches, so you'll run into people every once in a while. But people do a good job of just kind of letting you have your space. That's been one thing that's been good. You
ever get confused for somebody else?
Not really. No.
No actor?
No.
Actress?
Well, no, neither one of those. But I did actually when we were in LA last year for the Super Bowl. I think TMZ posted one thing and they tagged me as Leonardo DiCaprio, which I'd never gotten that before, so I don't look like him at all. But I'll take it as a compliment.
Plus, that'd be hard to explain to your wife if you're Leo with his dating situation there.
Yeah, well, luckily, Marissa was in the picture, so
okay.
There's no issues there. It was just funny.
You played both of these teams. If you were going to take like one thing out from both teams that you go, that surprised us, what would it be? If I start with the Chiefs, what surprised you?
I think I wouldn't say it surprised me. We had a good feel for it going in, but I do think that I've said it before. I think their defense is really underrated. Obviously Chris Jones is really, really good up front. He makes it difficult, just protections, run game. He's a guy that can wreck a game. So Chris Jones is great. And then just their scheme and their secondary has been playing really well. They have a really good pressure package. I'll be interested to see what they do against the Chiefs. The Eagles. The Eagles' run game is so good. I'll be interested to see how much they pressure, kind of what they do. But I think that's one part of their team that's underrated, just their defense as a whole.
Okay, and then the Eagles.
I mean, obviously everybody talks about their defense. The pass rush, I think pairing that with the play of their secondary makes it difficult for offenses because, they get to the quarterback so fast, it's hard to run the ball, but then their guys in the back end can hold up as well. So when you have that pass rush and guys that can cover, it makes it tough.
How many times do you go to the line of scrimmage and you go, I have no idea what this defense is going to do?
Not a ton. I think definitely the Chiefs are a team where they try to make everything look the same. So it's tough to tell when they're going to bring, Saul blitz off both edges or they're going to drop into cover 4. They make everything look the same. So that's a defense where it's a little challenging.
But how many times do you go up there and you go, oh my gosh, this is a touchdown?
Quite a few, especially when you have like especially in the red zone.
Yeah.
You have certain plays like we want this specific coverage and.
Well, give me one that we can now look back on that highlight, and we know that you go to the line of scrimmage and it's going to be a touchdown.
Well, when we played the Chiefs, actually, the touchdown through to Christian in the red zone, we put him in the backfield. He ran basically like a wheel route out of the backfield, and I saw they like to bring a lot of pressure when you get down in the red zone, especially lower. And I could tell they were bringing like some type of overload, zero pressure, and that's what we wanted to get Christian matched up on the D end who had to peel with him. And I saw them creeping before the snap, so I knew they made me hot, so I just had to drift a little bit.
But do you have to hide your excitement?
A little bit. I mean, you gotta make sure you make the throw, make the play. Give them a catchable ball. That's the biggest thing. Is I think early, especially my rookie year and even earlier last season, you see one of those. Like we had one similar situation against the Commanders, where it was with Travis though out of the backfield, and almost the same route, just further out in the red zone, and just overthrew it by like 5 yards because got too excited and didn't give him a good throw.
Give me a complicated play call. Can you
complicated play call?
Yeah.
Well, you want me to give you the whole play call?
Yeah.
So I don't have to explain it, right? I don't have to air out the no.
Just we're in the huddle. Play call.
Well, you guys might have seen the clip from NFL Films. I don't know if you saw the long play call that we had. Anyways, but one would be like comfy left buster, 63 bang, Z Maui, alert, 63, trying to put a kill on it that would go with it. It would be alert, 63, Paradise, Z Burger, Y Wrap, and that'd be one call. And then you just, and that's for different coverages. If I need to alert it, based on we have certain man zone indicators, all that. So you see it out of the huddle, and then I give everybody the alert, and everybody knows it's switching to the second play, or vice versa.
Oh my God!
And then you can reload it if, say, you alert it, and the defense then changes back. Then you just reload it, then it goes back to the first play. So everybody really has to know what you're talking about, or you can get lost really quick. Yeah.
Well, now I really feel sorry for Christian McCaffrey as he's trying to play quarterback against the Eagles.
Yeah.
And you got that wristband.
I heard they have some of the longest play calls too. So.
Kyle Shanahan has.
Yeah, I heard that because CJ Beathard, guy, one of my teammates, good friends. He played there, so he told me some long calls.
What's the shortest play call? Is that just quarterback sneak?
I mean, the run game, typically if it's simple formations, like especially if we're tempo on the ball, it'll just be like, whether that's 14, 15, might have its tag like 14 waist, whatever it might be. It's pretty short.
Have you ever forgot the play at the line of scrimmage?
Forgot it? No, but there's been a couple times where I've, called it in the huddle off the wristband, because we have the super long ones are on the wristband. We'll call it. Then I'll get up there and I start my cadence, and then I'm like, okay, well, who's running because you have different, because we have our, I know our concepts, but then we'll tag certain things. And when you tag a receiver, it's basically switching their responsibilities. So like, I'll look and be like, okay, so he's running then I have to get it right for the snap. That doesn't happen a ton, but it does happen sometimes.
And there are certain quarterbacks who have the great presence with their voice. Like Dan Marino has a great presence when he would get to the line of scrimmage. You ever voice crack a little bit when you're trying to yell?
Yeah, I had one I think it was against the Titans when we played in Tennessee. That was really bad. And I had Evan Ingram, after the play, he came up to me in the huddle and was like, "Did your voice crack?" But it cracked for like 5 seconds long. It was like the longest voice crack ever.
So you're calling out the play at the line?
Well, no, it was just in my cadence.
Cadence?
Yeah.
So you went up like this a little bit?
Yeah. Exactly.
Trevor Lawrence joining us, the Jags quarterback. How much do you mature? Like they talk about the game slowing down. I don't know how long it takes, or you were told that, okay, it'll slow down, and now you see it differently. Has it slowed down differently than the first year?
Definitely. I think also, too, as you get more comfortable in the system, obviously that helps. So I think as this season went on, I think you saw that in our offense, probably the midway point of our season. I think it really started to slow down for me and for just our whole offense, guys, and the chemistry. Like, that's one thing. It takes a while, especially when you have new players, guys that haven't played together before, and it's a new system. It takes a while to get that chemistry and to really know what each other's thinking, play in and play out. And I think we developed that as the season went on, but I definitely feel like the game slowed down a lot. And I also know what I'm looking for. Like, I think a rookie year, I didn't always have necessarily the best plan of attack for myself. Like, okay, what am I looking for? What's my clear thought process every play? And you got to have that every play.
How important is it to have Doug, who played the position, as your head coach?
It's great. Just the understanding that he has. He's been in my shoes. He's been back there. Obviously played the position. Had a lot of success. Won a Super Bowl as a player, won as a coach. So just knowing those experiences that he's had and the way he carries himself, you can tell that he has been in this position. He's played quarterback, and he's really calm, even keel. That's one thing I really appreciate about him. I think that's why we get along so well. Personality-wise, we're really similar. So it's been awesome just having him, and just that confidence that he has in myself and our guys has been great.
But could you pick up something from Brady watching highlights? Like, could you say, oh, gosh, okay, he's doing that. Like, I don't, can you?
You're asking, like, can I tell what he's doing?
No, could you say, now I can add that to my arsenal? Like, I'm seeing, Rodgers and Mahomes do things where you go, I don't know how many guys can do that.
For sure. No, I think definitely. I mean, I think you can learn something from all those guys that are great players, especially Tom, who's a guy that you can just tell his preparation, I mean, is second to none.
What's that mean? Does he study more than you do?
Well, I'd have to ask him. I don't know what his.
They talk about his preparation, but I
mean, you can just tell the way he plays the game. I mean, and the fact that he's not very mobile, can't move great, but doesn't take a lot of sacks, gets the ball out super quick. If you look at, his from catch to release time, I mean, I'm sure it's the highest in the league. Gets the ball out so fast. It doesn't give guys a chance to pass rush. He knows where his outlets are. I think that's one thing. He's so good at getting the ball to his checkdowns, quickly. I think those are all things that I've definitely tried to take from watching him is, just find completions. That's what he's so good at, is just finding completions every play. He's not looking for the big shot. When it's there, he's going to take it because he knows that's what you do. But also, he's not going to sit back there and hold the ball. He's
going to get it to his guys. 22 years older than you.
I know. Is
he how old's your dad?
My dad is 51.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Could your dad beat Tom in a race?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You don't think
so?
No,
I don't think so. No. I'm going to say no. I'm just going to say no, actually. You couldn't.
Are you more entertained by what Mahomes does or Aaron Rodgers does?
Well, I don't know. That's a tough question. I think they're different, but probably say Mahomes. That's just because that's a guy I've played against now twice this season. Seen it firsthand. I haven't played against Aaron yet, but I mean, they're definitely in that same category of just the wow factor, the plays they can make. There's definitely two unique players where, like you said, you don't see stuff that they do and think, all right, I'm going to try that this week. I mean, some things, some things you can maybe do, but you can't play like them necessarily because everyone has a different style, and it's hard to replicate what Patrick can do.
But have you tried the no-look pass that Mahomes does in practice?
So in practice, a little bit.
Okay.
Not a ton. Especially like warming up if we're messing around. Like, yeah, I'll get some of the guys that are catching. I won't even look at them, surprise them with the ball. But not in a game. I haven't done that yet.
Are you going to watch the game?
Yeah, I'm going to watch it.
Okay.
I'm not going to be there in person. I'm not going to put myself through that pain of being there watching it in person. I'm going to watch it on TV, but yeah.
Hopefully you don't invite people over who don't know football, so then they're asking you questions the entire time.
No, I'm actually going to Christian Kirk and his fiance live out here.
Okay.
So we're going to go hang out with them, so it'll be good.
Tell us what you're doing with Gatorade.
Yeah, I'm here with Gatorade. Got our new drink, Fast Twitch. It's funny, we've been drinking this all year, and I told our Gatorade people that we've been struggling to keep it in stock in our facility. So,
but this is in conjunction with the NFL, isn't it?
Do what?
Gatorade is this product is the first one I think that they've done in conjunction with the league itself.
Yeah, obviously it's Gatorade is the sponsor, the official sponsor of the NFL, so it's in conjunction with that, and I'm just excited. Like I said, we've been drinking it all season before it even came out, so we were trying to keep it in stock, and we were running out. So now I'm glad we're going to be able to get more of it in Jacksonville.
So what's it do?
It's energy. So it's like 200 milligrams of caffeine. It's just basically clean energy drink. We'll drink it before practice, before games, all that. So
you ever get too jacked up?
So yeah, I have to. 200 milligrams is like it's like right on the line. It's the perfect amount, but I have to space it out. I'll drink like half of it, like in pregame, like right before I go out to throw initially, and then the other half before we go out for the game. So
well,
yeah.
I could imagine that you probably get to the line of scrimmage and you're speaking so fast like this. Got to slow down.
Yeah, well, no, as a quarterback, that's like you don't want too much caffeine. Like that's the one. Everyone else can kind of get. Like we'll have guys that drink 2 of these, 3 of these in game day. I'm like, I don't know. Gatorade probably would not recommend that. I'm not saying you should drink 2 or 3 of those in that short of time period.
So 600 milligrams there of caffeine.
Yeah, a lot of caffeine. But
It's Fast Twitch, new energy drink from Gatorade, and exclusively available to NFL athletes during the season. Now available in stores nationwide. Thank you for being available during the year. We appreciate your insights, your sense of humor, and congrats on a wonderful season.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for having me. Enjoyed it. Appreciate y'all. Yep.
We'll be back after this in the Dan Patrick Show.